Welcome to Beamish. We're in the entrance hall of the museum, shown here on the map, bottom right. Also on the map can be seen Pockerley Manor, the town and the colliery village, but we'll start our visit at the 1825 wagon way. The first passenger steam railway in the world opened in 1825 between Stockton and Darlington, and here we can see a replica of the original locomotion number 1, built by George Stephenson. They call this engine the Steam Elephant, and we'll be riding in replicas of an 1825 railway carriage. Now it sounds as though we're ready for off, so we'd better get aboard. Between 1958 and 1970, the project for Beamish Museum was conceived and planned. It was opened to the public in 1970 as an open-air museum for the purpose of studying, collecting, preserving, interpreting and exhibiting buildings, machinery, objects and information illustrating the development of industry, agriculture and the way of life in the north of England. It is administered by a joint committee of city, county and district councils from the northeast of England. The museum, as we see it today, is the result of over 30 years of development since 1970, and that work continues. Although great importance is attached to the enjoyment and interest of visitors, Beamish is particularly concerned to preserve the heritage of the North East region. A vast collection of museum objects is held in store, awaiting use in an appropriate setting, and also as a research collection for students. Behind the scenes, a mammoth task of regional recording of the recent past steadily proceeds. We've walked up now to the manor house. There have been people living here for over 1,000 years. Now a small manor house and horseyard, this is an ancient defensive site, evidence of a far from peaceful past. The house, gardens and farm buildings are shown as they were in the 1820s, when a yeoman landowner, along with his family, servants and labourers, ran the surrounding estate. We'll just have a quick look in the dining living room set out in the 1825 style. Look through the door there into the kitchen with its open fire and range, and in the corner the copper to heat the water. And outside in the yard we've got someone here looking after the local livestock. So now we'll just walk down to the local tram stop and catch a tram to town. The tramway, shown by the red line, runs right round the site and is over a mile in length. We could have gone to town by pony and trap, but I think we'll wait for the tram. As well as showing an important element of life in 1912, this is obviously a very convenient way to get round the site. And what's more, all the rides are free. Ah yes, there we go now. I can remember years ago sat watching the drivers of the trams. I could never figure out how they got it to go the right way to junction without the steering wheel. Anyway, we're just pulling round into the main street now. Now the town, as I probably said, is set just before the First World War. There's the co-op to look at, a sweet factory and a confectionery shop, motor and cycle works, stationer's shop, printing works, the bank, the Sun Inn pub, the music teacher's house, solicitor's office, carriage house and livery stables.
Beamish town.
This is the co-op. This is how shops used to be in my day.
Everything you could possibly want in this shop. You can even buy those special washers to plug holes in your saucepans. They speak a variety of the Geordie language here.
This is just the earlier office, really, that's all. And that was the one that put together like that. That's sort of like being different than that. The other ones, the magic ones, which I'll use later. Well, this is
Well, that's the co-op. Let's have a look now at the garage and the livery stables. Now this young lady here has kindly offered to show me the inside of her house.
One day when we were young, that wonderful morning in May, you told me you loved me. When we were young, one day, sweet songs of spring were sung, and music was never so gay. You told
We're going to take the bus now and go down and have a look at the pit village. There's the pit and the bus pulls up just in the pit yard here. There's the Methodist chapel. There's the school. There's the sheds at the back of the houses. And here inside the house. Now this range here is exactly like my grandfather's, so that was very nice to see. Somebody making a peg rug, and there's the bath to go in front of the fire on Friday evening. and of course the pigeon loft. And so back to the town. Most of the houses, shops and other buildings have been deconstructed from elsewhere in the region and rebuilt here. A few, the Drift Mine, Home Farm and Pockerley Manor, were here already. I think we've just time for a little bit more window shopping, and then we'll go and have a look at the special exhibition above the tea rooms. It's an exhibition of models made by the North Eastern Meccano Society.
Yeah, this is absolutely absolutely, and that's where I want
Well, I'm afraid it's time to catch the tram back to the car park. Beamish has more than 90 people employed on a full-time basis, but this number can increase to over 200 in the peak summer season. Around 350,000 people visit Beamish each year. If you haven't been yet, I can recommend it. You won't be disappointed.